Welcome back, guys. We're doing another episode featuring a friend I made in Japan. This one is a friend that I made in language school. Her name is Lisa, and she is one of the most awesome people I know and one of the closest friends I've made so far. So I'm really happy to have her on. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Hello, everyone.
So we're going to talk about our experience from Japan, our experience with language school, and everything related to that. So how about we just start off with language school in general? Like, why did you decide to take language school, Japanese language school? Why did you come to Japan?
When I come to Japan, basically, like I'd say 9 years ago, I was in a boarding school with like many international students, and I met this Japanese girl, and I had no knowledge about Japan or anything around it. And I made friends with her, and one day she was like, "Lisa, do you want to come to Japan? Just like come and meet my family." And I was like, why not? Sure, like I'm always up to explore new things. And I stayed 2 weeks in a place near Tokyo, and oh my god, the first step I made when I just like entered Japan, I was like, wow. I was amazed by everything.
I don't even know this.
Really?
I'm not. What?
Yeah, I just fell in love with it, and I met a family. They only spoke Japanese, and I didn't know any Japanese, so they were just like the kindest. Like every morning they'll make me that little bento, and they would try, like to accommodate me so much, and I was like, wow. So then after that, I got kind of like an interest into like the Japanese culture. And then my sister as well was really into Japan, and she did like some study of Japanese, and she was really into manga, anime,
Wait, so your sister,
Yeah.
Can she speak fluently or?
No, but she did like 2 years at university.
Gotcha.
And, because she was my big sister, and, like a big sister, you're like, okay, you kind of like, you're kind
Adapt
of,
some sort of,
modeling, And so I kind of like fell in love as well with it. And so when I went to uni, I started taking some classes on the side. Like I was doing a major, but then I had like some Japanese classes like once a week. And then I decided after that to do a master in Japanese culture. So I did like the Japanese history, the culture. And then after that I was like, okay, I've got the culture, but I don't have the language.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so next step, I was like, just let's go and learn it. And I think the best way to learn is to go to the country, to meet the
Definitely.
people, and then to join, classes, be quite, like having the classes every day, meeting people there, having, it's
Yeah.
just a routine.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great reason.
That's my reason, at least.
Yeah, for some reason I never really like knew that about you.
Really?
Yeah. I knew the whole like Japanese cultural, like your major, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that you had the whole experience in Tokyo beforehand.
It comes from a long time back.
Yeah.
It was awakening a little, and then it grew.
Yeah, now that you're here, how do you feel? Like you've been here for 3 months studying the language. How was language school,
Well,
Was it everything you imagined?
Not really. The language school itself, like, I don't regret it because I really enjoyed it. It's like, I think it was hard to get back into a routine of going to school every day, to like study, to be really into it, But I think it's very helpful, because like you're learning some grammar structure, you're using some new vocabulary that you can use as well outside. Like I've seen myself like going to a shop and just like trying to talk with some Japanese, people. So it's really helpful, but it's been very challenging, I feel like, because like it was very intense. I feel like the pace of the classes. So like, sometimes it was really hard to like remember because we're moving to a next topic and then next topic. And I was like, oh my God, but wait, I didn't like quite catch up the last topic, you know.
Just to give context though, so beforehand, did you study any Japanese?
Well, I did, like I was saying, at uni, I had like a few classes per, like an hour per week. So it was not enough. Like it was just like hiragana, like really basic. So,
Gotcha.
And I kind of like forgot it throughout the years. And yeah, so
it was almost like you're starting from scratch.
Yeah, nearly. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Because for me, I had experience prior, and I also took it in high school. So even though I forgot most of it from high school, it still helps to have prior knowledge.
Yeah.
Like it helps a lot. So
it's just like getting back into the bath is bringing back some.
yeah. And also the whole like school thing, like getting back into school after so long, especially since Well, I'm in my late 20s. You're kind of. I'm not gonna say your. I'm not gonna say your age,
I'm
but
25, guys.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
look like it.
okay, I guess yeah, sure. If you're okay with stating your age,
Of course.
but
After 30s, maybe less. Yeah.
yeah. So because you're in the middle, we've had a gap where we just haven't done school. So for me, when I first entered school again, I was doing class time, and then afterwards, I don't do anything because I'm not used to doing anything. So I didn't do homework. I didn't really study for tests that much.
Did you?
What?
Nothing.
What? But so for me, I'm glad that I had prior knowledge. Otherwise, I would have felt the way you felt, like super hard to keep up, and that I'm like not doing the best I can. But if you have prior knowledge, it does feel like more fun, I think. And you're still doing it,
Yeah.
which is different from a lot of the friends I've met. Because like Lena from the other episode,
Yeah.
she's done,
Yeah.
but you're continuing. So
Another 3 months to go. But I think what helps is like, I met a lot of friends, like including you.
yes,
And that's really helping, boost and motivate us. It's like every morning you're like, okay, guys, another day, it's just trying to
Yeah.
keep going. And we know that on Friday night, we'll be out at the club.
I'm not at the club, guys. I'm not at the club. I need to state this very clearly.
Okay, having one drink.
I'm not at the bar either. I don't drink.
Just me. Just me and some other friend.
Yeah, I'm not there. I just
Now, Scott is a good guy. He doesn't drink. He's a good guy.
just because someone drinks doesn't mean they're not a good guy. Thank you for trying, but
You know what I mean?
sure.
Anyhow.
We're just making fun of some experiences we've had personally. They're sort of inside jokes, so apologize. We're not going to really talk about it here, but I just want to state clearly I do not ever want to go back to a club. I'm done with them.
Sorry.
Maybe one day I'll tell the story, but not today.
Yeah.
It honestly isn't that bad of a story, but for me it was kind of traumatizing. Anyways, what were we talking about?
Like the routine of this at the school and how I was fitting in.
Oh, yeah. I remember initially we were like, let's hang out every Wednesday.
Oh
after
my
school.
God, don't even listen.
What?
No, I'm not going to start. But who was the planners of this group?
Primarily you. Number one is you.
Secondly,
And then secondly is me. I'm used to planning, but at the same time, I noticed when I arrived in Japan, I slowly just over time became less and less good at planning. Like everything got so chaotic, and like we traveled so much at this point. We've gone to so many places, and it's beautiful, and I love it.
Yeah. But I
But-
think the hardest thing as well is that we were
Yeah,
like with a
that's
big
true.
group, there's not much you can do. Like you can't go to restaurant. Like there's not so much you can do. So I guess that's why we didn't keep up every weekend at the beginning we did something though.
Yes.
I went to shrine, to temples, to.
I think we did really well,
Hiroshima,
actually.
to all this,
Yeah, exactly. Hiroshima was awesome. That was still one of the favorite
Yes.
group trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was planned by me, by the way. I'm sorry, this is how I get when I'm with Lisa.
Only okay. Yeah. Sure. Scott planned it all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Amazing.
No. Oh my goodness. Shoot.
But yeah, Hiroshima was beautiful, especially
Yeah,
the
Miyajima.
little- yes. Oh my
Miyajima.
God. Best place so far. And after 3 months, I'm still
Still my
Yeah.
favorite place.
Yeah. Same.
Like the feeling there, it just felt so like Pirates of the Caribbean blended with Japan is the way I described it. But it's way more than that. It's just
So
pure
much
beauty.
Yeah. So
pure
much.
beauty.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think part of the experience of going to Japanese language school is going to places using the Japanese, talking with friends. And one of the biggest things that influences that is where you stay. We're staying in Kyoto. Lisa stayed in a share house for basically 3 months, right?
Yeah.
And initially I stayed at a share house that was different. But I actually moved But I actually moved to Lisa's share house after 2 months because she invited me over at some point, and I just felt how fun it was, and I was like, I gotta be here. Like I really gotta move. So I gotta thank you so much for that because I think it changed my whole experience.
Really?
Yes. I think my experience would not have been as good, not even close, if I did not move share houses.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah. So I really appreciate you for that. Because without you, I would not have I would never have seen that share house.
Really?
Yeah. I would have seen Lena's, which was nice
Yeah.
and quiet and probably a good place to sleep at.
Can we throw names here?
Throw names.
Throw names of people being loud.
It's not a good idea. You could.
No, we love everyone in the house, in the share house. It's just like, it's 23 people.
Yeah.
It can get a little chaotic.
Yeah. When I first moved in, it was only like 14, 15.
Yeah.
And then so many people have moved in now.
So many Japanese people.
Yes,
though.
I'm happy about it because, like I said, part of the language school experience is getting to interact with Japan and people from Japan as well. Japanese people. Practice, yes. But not just practice. Obviously, we're not just talking to them for practice. It's creating friendships, bonds, and
Of course.
and I love it. Like, I met so many people through the share house. And
Japanese and from all over the world.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, the Japanese language school and the share house. Those two things make up so much of my experience in the past 3 months. And I think choosing the right ones, but I don't know any other Japanese language school. So, but Arc Academy, it's a good one.
Yeah.
As long as you have good teachers.
Yeah.
How were your teachers?
Now I moved on to the next term, the second term, and so far it's been only a week, so I can't really have a proper opinion on it yet. But like so far, I feel like the teachers are really, motivated and passionate about what they're teaching. Like sometimes it's a bit hard to follow, but I guess it's Japanese, it's new grammar structure, grammar points. But we have one in particular, which is called like Ikeda Sensei, and she's amazing.
That's awesome.
She's so energetic and fun, and like she makes you really want to like study and make her happy, So, this kind of teacher that boosts your energy, we just,
Yes. I know exactly what you mean. We had three teachers, I'd say, for me that I personally enjoyed the lessons from. There was one or two teachers where like I felt like they weren't as good, but they were still
following the book as well.
Yeah,
sometimes.
they're still better than like my high school teachers, my college teachers, my professors. Like they give more effort. You can just tell.
Yeah.
So Arc Academy, definitely recommendation. And then Borderless Share House, that's another one.
Yeah.
I've talked about this before in my videos. If you want to, I guess, check those out, then you can
Especially the Kamigamo.
Yeah.
This one is the best.
I mean, yeah. By the time that I'll release this episode, I'll be out of that house anyways. I don't want to tell people like exactly where I live.
Do you know the room number? Sorry.
Just in case. I don't know who's gonna watch this, but obviously, this will be released once I'm gone. So, but yeah, that share house is lots of fun memories. I'll miss it once. One more month.
One more month.
And then you're not at the share house anymore, which is kind of sad. Honestly.
But I come once a week at least. Huh?
Once a week?
Once a week.
That doesn't feel like enough.
Oh. 1 hour away though.
Yeah, but share house, language school experience, traveling. Those three things have been the highlights for sure. Any other trips that you feel like really, really stood out to you?
Oh, I didn't do that many trips though. I'm trying to there's still a lot I want to do. Like I really want to go to, I know it's like nearby, but like, Uji.
You've seen it?
I really liked Uji. Uji is like kind of like the city of matcha.
Yes.
And it's really small though, but it's just like when you get there as well, it has a vibe.
Exactly.
A nice vibe.
I think the smell.
Yeah.
It smells good.
It's a mix, the river, the temple, like, the matcha everything, the matcha noodle, the matcha ice cream. Ooh, like doing matcha everything.
Yeah,
so.
It's fun. It has a theme. Like it's like what you see in animes or shows. Like it's kind of boring if like a city is just a city, but if a city has a theme and you see it everywhere, it's just fun. It feels different.
No, it was great. Yeah, definitely Uji. But I really want to go to like Ehime as well, which is a bit in the south bit, and Okinawa. But I feel like that's gonna be quite a way to go. But maybe Okinawa and Mount Fuji, of course.
Yes.
That's on the to-do list for sure.
Plenty of places to visit in Japan, but
too many. Like, oh my god.
But how about in Kyoto? Are there any places that you felt like just really stood out to you that you really enjoyed being in Kyoto?
Ooh, hard to say though.
Because I feel like I've been to so many places that I love in Kyoto. Multiple places that I've revisited. Yasaka Shrine or Yasaka Park, that area is just so nice. The cherry blossoms too that we saw recently,
oh my God,
just beautiful. by the river.
Yeah, by the river, I was going to say. Like
Yeah.
when we did that little picnic with all the
Yeah, yeah,
shells,
yeah.
like that was just perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect, like outing. So
Honestly underestimated it because last year I went to Japan and it was around cherry blossom season, but I think we just came at the tail end of it. So
yeah.
it didn't look as nice. So when I experienced it this year, I was just completely surprised by how much more beautiful it is when it's in full bloom.
But I have a question for you then, like because we went to Korea and
Yes.
we cycled through
Yes.
the cherry blossom.
Oh
that
man,
was
that
like,
was amazing.
because when Scott arrived in Korea, he was like, I want to go back to Japan. And I was like, just leave it sometime, you know. And of course, like Japan, like holds a little, a little
Yeah,
spot
yeah.
in our heart. But
Exactly.
then we decided to go cycle because Scott was like, I don't care about anything, but I want to cycle. I was like, Scott is like, no, I don't care, I want to cycle. So we took like what? We took like an hour to like
Yes, we
figure
took an
out
hour.
how to, because I didn't have Wi-Fi.
We went to a donut shop. Well, let's not say the brand name, but we went to a donut shop and we ate at the donut shop and we were like,
And he's like, Lisa, go get the connections. Okay, connect. Oh yeah, sorry, there's no Wi-Fi.
they lied. It literally said like Wi-Fi
Literally.
in front of the store. That's the only reason we went there and bought from it, and they didn't have it. So we literally just kept waiting around until the app downloaded. It was a really bad app too, like
1 hour.
poorly designed.
Yeah.
But we ended up all figuring it out.
Yes.
I had to like lend 2 friends my credit card information, but we figured it out.
We were sharing the Wi-Fi. It was so
Yeah,
funny.
hotspotting.
Yeah, hotspotting. Yeah.
But we figured it out after an hour, and it was the highlight of the trip.
Yes, it
The
was
highlight.
Yeah. Because we biked for like what, 2 hours?
Yes,
Like
2
throughout
hours.
the cherry blossom, it was going up and down. Then Scott got us lost a little bit, but it's
What?
okay.
I did.
never let Scott be in charge of maps.
I am very good at maps. It's just not when I'm biking, okay?
But fair. It was hard.
Yeah. How do you like bike and look at a map at the same time? That's dangerous.
True. No, but anyhow, it was beautiful. And so my question was Korean cherry blossom or Kyoto cherry blossom?
That's so hard. It feels so different. I think when we were biking and going through it,
Yeah.
it was amazing. It was truly beautiful. Like maybe one of the most like beautiful like experiences like I've had just biking and through like a whole trail of cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
Full bloom.
But like
Yeah.
miles and miles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I never
Little
got to
river.
experience that.
And it was
and near the
getting
river.
dark
Yeah.
as well, and we saw all the
Yeah.
lights from the
Exactly.
buildings,
Oh,
and like
man.
it was
It was
magic.
truly beautiful. Truly one of the most beautiful sights I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But in Kamogawa, like the river with all the cherry blossoms too, it's
Yes.
I got to bike there as well with Lena,
Oh yeah,
and
it was nice as well.
So beautiful
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. That's a very nice.
it was
river
also
as
during the
well.
day too. So very different feeling. They're both just so beautiful. And if I had to put one on top of the other, I'd say Korea, just because of the fact that we were traveling.
Yeah.
You know, if Japan feels like home at this point. So Korea felt like we were traveling. We just experienced some crazy shit the night before. We worked so hard to get the bikes
Yes,
to work.
my God.
It just felt rewarding, you know? All of those feelings in combination made it like,
But we were stopping as
worth
well, you know. We went to like this Olympic,
yeah.
how is it called, like
park.
park, yeah. And then we went to like the Gangnam State statue,
statue.
yeah, statue.
Gangnam style statue.
Yeah, so we had a few points we
Yeah.
stopped at, and then the cherry blossom.
Walking in the city.
Like, yeah, it was.
Yeah. Felt different each time.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the highlight. And I'm so glad that I was so adamant about the bikes. Because there are some people that were like Ethan seems so neutral. I'm sure Ethan will be on a podcast episode at some point.
Anna was not for it, but Anna after loved
Yeah,
it. She
yeah.
was like, I'm so happy. I did
Exactly,
it.
right?
She was like,
It was
I
like,
just want to
there's
walk.
so
And I
much-
was like, girl, we are not
There's so much
walking.
resistance coming from people.
Yeah.
I mean, Lena was down. I was
Yeah.
happy about that.
I was down.
You were down too,
Yeah.
yes.
But he was like, well, can we all keep up the same space? Very space.
Yeah, there's definitely some like yes and no's, right? It's kind of like when even one person is a no, it feels like a bit of a like, should we do it? Should we not? There's a question in your head.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to leave anyone behind.
exactly, and there's
You
also
wanna
this
act like I'm gonna be a solo.
yeah, there's also this obstacle of the app thing, and we're like,
Yeah.
are we gonna do it? Are we not? So that
Never give
limbo,
up.
yeah, that feeling of being in limbo of like
Yeah.
not knowing,
Yeah.
and then actually making it work felt so good, and then getting rewarded for it afterwards. That's what made that moment
Yeah.
probably the top on top.
It didn't even feel like 2 hours. It was,
Yeah.
nice.
That was a highlight for sure. That's not even Japan.
Sorry, I was just looking at the cherry blossom.
Yeah, but it is part of the experience,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because if you're in Japan, you utilize where you are, and Korea is really close by.
Exactly.
So
I don't think I would have gone to Korea if I had not gone to Japan, because I like to do the whole trip from to Korea. I don't
Yeah.
think I would have done
yeah,
it.
me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. Although I will say, I think of Korea way more highly now because of the cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
Like before I was kind of uninterested. Now I would go back to see the cherry blossoms. They were truly beautiful.
There's some beautiful spots
Yes,
there though,
yes.
to see.
In Seoul.
Very nice, yeah.
Yeah, the palaces were great too.
Plus, it was just Seoul, like so much more to South Korea. So
Yes.
Mm.
But in Japan, I'm curious because some of the times when I invited everyone in the group to go to temples and stuff, are you a temple person? Not really. I feel like
I have a Goshuin book.
oh, you do.
And I actually just got my Goshuin from Kamigamo Temple right now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, it's just
Just
Yeah.
maybe it was too early for you.
I don't know. No, usually I was busy. Every time you suggested something, I was doing something
I
else.
see. I see.
I don't think I was just
you're
laying in
just
my
busy.
bed and doing nothing.
I mean, it's kind of questionable considering like sometimes like you were up really late in Kamigamo House, so I can understand if you wake up late as well.
No, I still woke up before 12. Okay.
Okay.
No, I think usually it's because I was busy or doing something else. But yeah.
I see. There were so many spots that I really enjoyed seeing. Kurama was a nice one. Me and Tube went and hiked it. It was very easy compared to Mount Misen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mount Misen in Miyajima was a hike that we did. I think it was smart that you didn't do it and just explore the area. But at the same time,
Oh, in
Miyajima.
Yeah.
But it was quite nice, beautiful. It was an experience. It was hard. It was 500 something meters tall. And we hiked the whole way. Took about 2 to 3 hours for the whole
You were
thing.
long.
It was long. And my legs were shot. My knees especially when going down. There were a lot of stairs, but it was really fun.
But to be fair, it was quite funny because I remember, like, while you were away, I just went out and did my little shopping, like walking around, discovering more. And then I saw you guys, you were like all sweating, out of breath, and you're like, oh, like you were like
Yeah.
dying. I was like, guys, look at all the shopping I did. I was so energetic.
Like, none of us knew what we were getting ourselves into. I think that
But
was
I felt it. I was like,
yeah. None of us knew. I think nobody looked up how difficult it was.
Right.
Like for whatever reason, we were just like, let's just hike this. Like Taiko was so adamant about it, so we just did it, And Taiko's fit, so like he was fine, but everyone else was like, oh my goodness.
Climbing the last stairs.
Yeah.
Bless.
Christian was fine too, actually.
Really?
Yeah, totally fine. Amazing. But I honestly think I would have been in huge trouble if there wasn't water at the top.
There wasn't.
There was.
Ah.
If there wasn't, I would have been in trouble.
You would've-
Because I would have maybe like fainted because of thirst. Yeah, I was so thirsty by the time I reached the top. Maybe I'm
You
exaggerating it just a little bit. I
guys.
think I would have been okay.
That's actually dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Oh my god.
We did not realize how. Definitely bring water.
Yeah.
Super fun. I'm trying to think of other trips because I feel like I've been to a lot, so much that it's hard to remember. all
Osaka
of
with
them.
us.
Yeah.
The first trip we did together.
I feel like compared to everything else, Osaka was
Yeah.
just. Oh my god! A leaf just hit my head, my face.
Slapped.
I got slapped by a leaf right now. Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, I guess because it was such a long time ago as well. We went with the fucking
Maybe we shouldn't talk about that. I mean, you want to talk about that? We can talk about it.
no,
Just a little, no?
no.
A little bit.
Oh, bless.
I honestly think that's such a great story, actually. Can we talk about it a little bit?
Okay,
A
you
little
go.
bit.
You start.
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah, I'm not getting in trouble.
Okay,
go on.
let's just, not going to mention names. We do have a friend who is a bit on the grumpier side. When we went to Osaka, I went to the aquarium because I wanted to check out the aquarium because some of my family members and friends said it was nice. He wasn't very up for it. So what did he say? Do you know?
Basically, when we arrived at the aquarium, I was, I'm kind of like an excited person. I get excited about like the small things, yeah. And I went and I realized that we missed the feeding slots.
Yeah.
So I was like, guys, we missed it. Like I really wanted to feed the fish, you know.
Yeah.
And then I turned around to that friend and I'm like, we missed it. He was like, yo, I'm not gonna pay extra money to feed the fucking fish. And I'm like, oh my god, you are killing my vibe here. Yeah, he's something.
I think it was hilarious because in the beginning, like with Tuve too, and
Oh yeah,
just something about them arguing and everything.
it's about donuts. Like,
I don't know what it was,
Yes.
but there's so much arguments in the beginning, and I was just like, oh man, this guy, I swear, what's up with this guy? But like now I'm just like, we talk about it and I just laugh. It's just so funny.
I think it's just like, we all have our days, and he was lacking sleep and he was hungry, and I feel that when I'm hungry, I become Godzilla. Okay, so I felt the guy, but in that moment I was just like, we didn't know each other that well
Exactly.
back then, but
We just barely met.
yeah,
Actually, so
yeah, it was literally like on the week, I think, on the weekend or like
Yeah.
the next. It was
Yeah.
literally within a few days after we met.
So for me, I was just like, okay, this guy, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not gonna really involve myself too much. But then you're incredible. You just like ask him what's going on. You're always trying to engage. You're always trying to understand. And I think like,
there's always something to understand
Exactly.
somehow, I feel.
but I think it takes a certain type of person that like is willing to always do that and go the extra mile, take the extra effort and energy to actually try. Because I think in concept, my content on YouTube in the first year or two was mostly self-improvement and stuff like that. So I read a lot of books involving that, and they talk about stuff like that, always trying to understand and whatnot. But if there's a person that actually utilizes it and lives it and practices it, it's you, honestly. And that's why I honestly admire you so much. I know you don't like being,
know what to say.
I know you don't like me saying this, but it is the truth. And like, it's how I genuinely feel.
I like you.
Yeah. So you honestly inspire me to try to actually live more of that, But for me, I think I'm too pragmatic these days. I'm just like, I have limited time here in Japan. I have friends I feel more comfortable with, people I'm starting to bond with more.
Yeah.
I want to give my energy to them.
Of course, yeah.
And I want to...
It's gonna be fair enough.
Exactly. So I don't want to
fair.
deal with people who are like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I guess I think one of my issues, like I get involved too much with people, maybe.
Yes, I definitely can see that. I definitely know that. Yeah. Some
What
people,
can I say?
yeah, it's very weird. I mean, this is a good topic because I think we like talking about this. Like just our relationships with people, our bonds with them. I think oddly, the friends that we made before class even began, like I'm closer to them than my classmates. Like you're not my classmate.
No.
Tuve wasn't my class. Nobody was my classmate.
Just Taiko.
Just Taiko, yes.
Yeah.
Taiko was my first friend that I made in class. I sat next to him. He's like a German dude. Very obvious that he could speak English, so I just immediately went to him. But like I made other friends too that were classmates, but for some odd reason we just didn't hang out as much. I guess I didn't put in the effort as much, but I did hang out with one classmate, and for some reason, I don't know what it was, we just stopped interacting. I don't even know why.
I don't think did you mention him to me?
I don't know. I might have not, but
But what is crazy is that our friendship started from day one, because not even day one of school, day one when we took the test, when we
Entrance exam,
all,
yes.
when we came in, and then after the exam, we were like, and then we just sat down in a little corner,
Yes.
at the reception area, and just like, hi, what's your name? And then we all like created that group chat online, and then this is when all it started. Yeah.
yes, I was very, very proactive about that.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to make sure that all of us could communicate immediately.
Yeah, you were on it.
Yeah.
Like you're the one who connected all these people.
Thank
The
you.
little connect. You're the little connector thingy.
At the very least, I created the line group
Yes.
that made the connections.
Yes.
Obviously, everyone has to put in the effort.
Yeah.
You especially put in a lot of effort because you didn't even have Line then. We exchanged Instagrams,
Oh my god.
and that's how I added
And I
you to
kept
the Line
on
group.
being ill and stuff. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, Scott is gonna think like I'm just like not wanting to meet. I felt horrible, but I kept on like being sick or I
Yeah,
can't
yeah. No, you
remember.
explained yourself very well. I think through your texts alone and our first encounter, I could just tell that you were a type of person who's very thoughtful, who thinks things through and wants to connect.
Yeah.
So I think that your energy and how you live is very evident, like your thought process. You show it.
So, yeah. I was like that close to send you a picture of my face being ill.
Oh my God.
I am ill, I
I'm
swear
like,
to you.
who is this girl? Like, I just met her and she's like sending me photos.
I didn't.
Did it?
I retained.
Thank goodness. I would not have known
Oh
like
my.
what to think at that point. Yeah, but there are friends. I'm looking at my journal right now to jog my memory a little bit. And there are friends I hung out with in the beginning that I don't hang out with now.
Really?
Yeah,
From your previous share house, maybe?
from my previous share house, some classmates I hung out with in the beginning that I didn't hang out with as much. It's sort of like you do have to choose, right? Because again, limited time, limited energy, and I hate thinking that way. I honestly do. I wish it was like infinite, but like you got to choose the people who are willing to reciprocate. Reciprocate. I can't say that word.
Reciprocate. Oh,
you can't say it either.
I tried. Yeah.
Oh my God, sometimes that just happens. Reciprocate. If they don't, then it's hard because, yeah, you just got to choose the people who are more willing to give you that sort of energy back, that they want to make connections and do things together and be friends.
Yeah, you are very proactive. You do so many things. Like
Yeah.
literally every time, like I'm like, do you even sleep in your room? Like, you just like keep on going everywhere. Your piano, then going out with some friends, and then somewhere else. I'm like, where is this guy? you know?
Yeah, I've done a lot and I'm
Yeah.
very happy about it. I feel like I really maximized.
yeah. You made the
maximize my
most.
time here.
So far, you made the most of it for sure.
Yeah.
Still a lot to go.
Still a lot to go.
Yes.
But my experiences here, oh my God, they're just, I don't know, it's like life, it feels like a dream. It really does.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Disconnected from. I was telling you last time. Like I feel completely disconnected from the outside world, outside
Yes.
Japan. Like France. What is France? what is no? Like it's so weird, but it's amazing feeling. Yeah. Like I haven't been unhappy one single day since I've been here. I haven't. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, you can't see my face right now, but I just looked at her with slight disbelief. Because I don't know.
I didn't want to throw anyone under the bus, but someone made my morning difficult.
Oh, me. Oh, shoot, my bad. I'm so
joking.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
No. It's
Sometimes there are things that happen.
sometimes someone are too busy. Yeah, I know.
It's okay. It's okay. You can. I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah.
okay. I'm never mad. It's just like I have my moment, and I'm like, whatever. I still love people at the end of the day.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Can I tell the story? We're supposed to hair dye, and
We're supposed to do hair dye stuff. I kind of felt like
Tell
it
the
was
story.
a little
Yeah, go on.
a little last minute and rushed in terms of organization.
whose
So
fault? Huh? Just saying it's not
yes,
mine.
I understand. I could have definitely talked about it more and figured it out. I'm telling you, lately, I don't know why, but I just feel, okay, do you do MBTI stuff? The whole Myers-Briggs personality test?
Yeah, I think I did it recently. Well,
Yeah, you're obviously an E. What?
okay, now I don't remember.
Okay, well, E means extrovert. So
Hey, I'm not that extrovert, huh?
you've got to be kidding me.
And I swear to you.
You're such a liar.
No, listen, from my whole childhood till I was at least like 12, people, the first adjective people said to me, you are shy.
Really?
I swear.
Okay.
Thank you, promise.
But, okay, you've changed, clearly.
Well, I'm still like, I've got my moments. It depends. But it's just when I feel comfortable around people, like you, for
You're a
instance.
people person. You're a people person.
Yeah, but when I feel comfortable and people make me comfortable, then I'm, ooh, there's not something.
It's nonstop from there. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen. And we're gonna break that bench.
Sorry.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Anyways, I've become ENFJ is my personality type. So E is extroverted. So N is intuitive versus sensory. Intuitive just means you imagine things, you like using your brain in the creative, imaginative sense more versus sensing where it's like you're a bit more grounded. you see things more practically.
Okay, I see
in the world.
that in you. Yeah.
So I'm ENF. So I'm more feeling, but barely. I think as much as I like. It's obviously we both feel and think, right? I'm very logical, but at the same time, I feel a bit more than it outweighs it a bit more. I do both a lot. Anyways, and then the last one is J, ENFJ. So J and P. J is very organized.
Okay.
So you plan a lot. You're very structured.
You should
versus
see his
P.
calendar on his phone. There's color everywhere.
There's
I'm
P.
like, I'm getting lost in it.
There's P as well, where you're more spontaneous. You just do things. Okay, what do I do today?
Okay.
You know, what do I do right now?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Definitely not hair dyeing, apparently.
Over
I will
time,
hold the grudge here.
sorry. Over time, I became a lot more P in Japan. Like I'm sort of just being more spontaneous in terms of like, oh, a friend wants to do this. Okay, let's do it. You know, because I'm not going to see that friend for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Because they're from a different country completely. They're going back to their country soon enough. I'm like, let's do it. You know, I want to spend more time with you because you're a close friend. So because of that, I'm just like the structure in my life has just completely gone. Like it's gone. It's just completely gone.
Let's see that.
Yeah. So it is a bit chaotic, and I do feel more stress from it. But at the same time, it's kind of freeing. It's like I just do things that I enjoy.
Yeah, of course.
And the priority right now for me is just to learn as much Japanese as possible. I haven't been practicing as much piano, which is unfortunate, but I will do that once I get back to California. I think that's the thing that makes it okay, is that I will get back to it, and I know I will.
You're good though, from what I've heard one bit in Korea.
Thank you.
But I really want to listen to it more. So before you go back, I want to go to Kyoto Station and hear you play, okay?
Sure. Yes.
He's good, guys.
Thank
No
you.
pressure.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. Like, what's changed in you having been here in Japan for 3 months, you know?
What's changed in me?
What have you learned, I guess? What have you... Because I do really feel like the things that I've experienced here, I'm going to take away for the rest of my life, you know? Like, the feelings that I've had, knowledge of knowing that there's a life here to be had that is so good. It feels so good. And I know what I'm fighting for, you know? When I go back to California, I know that I'm motivated to come back here. I'm motivated to, like, do all I can for the things that I do better in California, so that when I'm here, like, I'm just a better person. I just feel more accomplished, have done things, and I can be here with less weight in my mind. Because I do feel like there's so much to do back home.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to be...
That's going to be a change when you go back.
It is. It's going to be such a huge change. But that's how I feel like I've changed. And, like, for you, is there anything...
Well, I think it's not really related to like Japan or Japanese itself, but like I'm someone who kind of like used to take things quite to the heart, you know, like I'm still a little bit, but like back in the day, like 3 months ago when I was
It feels like forever.
yeah, I know,
It feels like
right?
forever.
But when I was in France and things like this, like I had this tendency of getting a bit upset about like slight things, you know, like the small things, you know. And when I came to Japan, I realized that, you know, those things are so little, you know, like, and I've become way more positive about lives and things and trying to not get, you know, upset about the tiny things. So that's like something that changed in me, I feel, so far, at least in Japan. Like
That's really good.
yeah, it has changed me in that way, like, which is very a positive thing. But like you, I really want to come back. Really, I'm literally thinking about even coming back after when I come back, when I go back to my country.
Right.
So
So you want to stay here long term, like live here.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm still like a bit of a family person, so like, you know, having my family far away.
I feel that.
It's something, but yeah, I'm definitely wanting to at least come for like a year. Yeah.
I think the thing that makes it okay for me is knowing that all my friends are sort of moving on to the next stage of their lives. Like people are getting married, people are getting more involved in their relationships, finding houses, moving out, going to different states. Some friends are even coming to California. So it's like a lot of big differences, a lot of big changes. It just feels like a wave of change that's coming in our friend group. And it's like, I can't just keep doing the same thing by being in California. Like I got to move forward. And this was my step in moving forward and figuring out like more about myself and like what I want in life and everything. And it was one of the best steps I could have taken. Honestly, I really don't regret a single thing, because I guess some people, it might trouble you because you have to like, okay, you got to take a pause from certain things, right? Like if you're working, some of our friends, they took a pause from work.
Yeah.
It's like you're not using that time to find like a full-time job. You're not using that time to further your career. There's just so many pressures in society.
Yeah.
But I think this is worth it. I mean, for me, I'm only staying here for 4.5, almost 5 months.
Yeah.
But for you, you're staying here, 6 months?
6 months, yeah.
Right. And some people are staying here for a year. So I wouldn't mind staying here for a year, but I do feel like 3, 4, 5 months for me is probably the perfect amount. So.
But you think about coming back, no?
Yes. Yeah. Perfect amount in terms of like
studying,
trying it out,
enjoying,
knowing.
Enjoying, yeah.
Yeah, knowing exactly that this is what I want. This is something that I can fight for, and something that it's good enough time where I don't feel so bad that I'm leaving those things behind,
Yeah.
That I'm like, okay, I'm going to get back to it very soon, So definitely try it out. Honestly, it can change everything. I really think that.
Because as you were saying about this stage of life, it's so funny because like literally within the month I'm moving back, I have my best friend's wedding is happening, so I have to attend.
Yeah.
So like as you were saying, like so many things are moving. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good to see the people around you moving forward and doing things. It really makes you think like you want to do it too. You want to do something. That's the influence of like people. That's why like friends are so important. That's why the people you surround yourself with are very important. Even in Japan, I just feel like the people around me, I very much enjoy being around you and just like our friends and just hearing stories, chilling and connecting and just being in a good environment, good energy.
Yes.
And just having fun, enjoying life.
We have a nice group.
Yeah.
Some nice energies here. Yeah.
Yeah. And I really think my time in Japan in this past 3 to 4 months, it's some of the best times in my life, like for sure.
Yeah, because I agree on that as well.
Yeah. Anything else? I feel like we could talk forever probably, but we shouldn't make it too long.
No, I think we kind of like, came over like the generalized, because as you said, we could talk about all the story we had and all the things. It would take hours, but yeah. No, it's definitely, if you guys ever go to Japan, just, go for it. Just enjoy.
Yeah.
It's going to be the best. I believe so. Like everyone I'm talking to, like everyone was thinking about staying for 3 months or like 6 months. I like, no, you know what? I'm going to make it longer. There's not one single person that didn't say like, I want to stay longer. So I think like if you have the opportunity to come, just give it a try, because I'm sure you will like it. You'll love it, especially in Kyoto.
Especially in Kyoto,
Especially in Kyoto, it has that extra.
Yeah. That's a big thing. I feel like decision between Kyoto and Tokyo, it's like I'm so glad I chose Kyoto.
Yeah.
I don't regret it at all. Like at first I was thinking, okay, Tokyo, like so many more people, so many more chances of meeting like people that maybe are creative people. There's more stuff there too, like
of course,
gymnastics things, music things, for sure. Yeah, there's way more opportunities. And I think maybe one day I'll try it. But Kyoto itself, this city, it really feels like home,
It's like place Osaka, Nara, Uji.
Yeah.
So many things around it to do as well.
And I know like obviously we're foreigners, but there's just something homey about Kyoto. There's just something very welcoming, and it feels good to be here.
Yeah, and also I feel like when I was coming to Japan, I was kind of expected, to not become part of the culture, like, when if I was walking and people would just look at you and everything like this, but not at all. Like people don't, like even Japanese people would just like they walk past and they talk to you, like, it's just they don't make you feel like you are foreigners. That's how I felt when I arrived here. I was like, wow, I'm not feeling like I don't belong here, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, so that feels good.
I think culturally, Japan is it's pretty incredible. Obviously, there's pros and cons.
Of course, yeah.
But in terms of how, like, customer service, social interaction, respect.
Like property, cleanliness, I want to say.
Cleanliness, yes. There's so many things, so many good things. Absolutely beautiful place, beautiful experience. Super glad that we met the friends that we met, and the timing. You think about it, it's crazy. Like, we could have done this at any point in our lives, right? Because there's so many age differences in our group.
Yeah.
But all of us did it now, and all of us met each other then. It's fun to think about how coincidental things can be.
Like you say, there's so many things to go still. You're not living now, I'm telling you.
That's true. One more month to go. Got to keep it strong.
Yes.
Got to keep it strong.
For next podcast, you will have some more stories.
Yeah. And if you feel like doing one again eventually in the future, honestly, I would love to have you on because you just bring the energy. Honestly, you do. It's so fun to talk to you.
Oh, well, I like it as well.
Yeah.
To you and exchanging on that. It's,
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.